Hello and welcome to episode 136 of VocTerGaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are here with a Terran vs Zerg matchup between two GSL pros. First up, in the blue, we have our Zerg player on the team TSL, the SCV life. His name is Revival! And spawning down at the bottom of Antigua Shipyard, he is the Red Terran, formerly of Team ZX, now on Team Prime. His name is Byun! So, slightly different intro there, because for some reason, and I'd really like you to tell me why, guys, if any of you know, Control and F no longer works. Before, I would select that, I'd go looking down here, and then I'd hit Control and F, like I'm doing now, and it would go boo and spawn me over here, and it would look lovely. So something has changed in the hotkeys, and that is a real big shame. Anyway, if you guys know why Control and F no longer works, please let me know. Interesting choice of barracks placement here from ByunPrime. Sitting down right at the front, almost as if he's looking to wall off directly, but it'd have to add, I think a third barracks would just about cover that. I'm not entirely sure. Haven't played too much on Antigua Shipyard. Antigua Shipyard, notably, as we see Revival going for the 14 hatch. A very interesting Terran versus Zerg map, because what tends to happen is the Zerg player can easily take this base, takes a decently easy third down here while these rocks are up, so you can take that. You can defend through this somewhat of a choke point. But then, where do you take your fourth? You start heading up to here, but there's a long way to go to defend that. If you take the centre, it's very, very close to the Terran base, obviously, with their path going across. And then, otherwise, you're starting to look at even places like down here, like taking other mains. It's really hard for a Zerg player to get a fourth base up, but what you tend to see is if they can manage it, if the Terran player does not stop them from getting that fourth base up, Zergs stomp face on this map. So we have an SCV coming, we have a Marine coming, excuse me, because it is a 2 barracks build. So some pressure to begin with, as expected. Hatchery finishes. Oh, down goes the first bunker. But of course the SCV, doesn't get taken down. Very nice there. And now in fact repairing it. So just building the one bunker's over. Whoa! So many drones being pulled. Holy crap, he is taking this bunker rush very, very seriously. But we'll see. It loses one drone to an SCV. Loses a second drone. Oh, going for the surround here. He's going to catch the Marines. Oh! Byun Dukes and Jives gets another kill off. But does finally go down. So didn't do a great deal there. Did force him to make links, forced the spine crawler, and of course forced him to lose mining time. But really nothing special, nothing beyond the absolute ordinary that we expect from a bunker rushing 2 barracksing Terran player. I apologise, guys, if I yawn a bit or if I'm tired during this. I've already recorded one video today because starting hopefully this Friday, maybe even slightly earlier, every single Friday I am doing a new series over on youtube.com/VaporNT. That is right, I will be doing a series called Starcraft 2 Best of the Best, and I will explain in more detail once ByunPrime is finished with this goddamn pressure. So he is sending some more Marines in here. He is not stopping with this double racked Marine pressure. Catching another drone there, skirting around that spine crawler, forcing even more links to be made. But all these Marines should die very, very easily. And not a big fan of that from Byun. You've already forced him to make a spine crawler. You've already forced him to make a ton of links. He's going to have enough to beat you, whatever you send at him at that point of the game. And in fact, Byun is about to lose even more Marines if he doesn't pay attention. Nice stutter step micro there from Byun, but he does get surrounded. And all those Marines die, and he's rallying to him. Right, okay, now he pulls them back. And now he's in trouble because these Lings can get in, and there is absolutely nothing here to stop them. A barracks goes, oh, he doesn't get it. He does not get the wall off in time. And now it is Beyond that is forced to pull workers, trying to stop the Lings from getting in. And they do that, but they do lose some workers here. Let's just take a look. Okay, Revival coming off far the better there, killing double the amount of workers in total. But what he did stop, I believe he stopped vision of... Yep, he stopped vision of that command center. So there you go. Revival does not know that Beyond is expanding again, probably to this location, I would imagine, after he's done morphing it to an orbital. But that is literally all that's gone down so far. He's now building a factory. But right now all he has to defend is 2 barracks, and the supplies, as you can see, are very, very different. So Revival probably feeling pretty damn safe right now. Could definitely feel safe enough to either expand again early, or of course to tech up. Oh, second factory going down. Now that is interesting. 2 factories. So definitely some mech play coming then from Beyond. A mech in TVZ is always fun to watch, as we see these Marines yet again moving across the map. Look at me, I learned how to follow units by clicking on the portrait. Yeah, looking up stuff online. Anyway, he's going to scout for the 3rd, but there is no 3rd. And is he going to get into an engagement? Those Lings run past. Okay, has been spotted now, so these Lings will come back and these Marines will all die. Again, nice set micro. Oh, and another bit of juking and diving. That's really nice control from Beyond. But it does not help him. He does still get taken down. Anyway, like I was saying, we have Blue Flame on the way. 2 more barracks going down now to complete the wall off. So he will not be getting in. We have that orbital completed, using it right now just for SCVs. He doesn't have it rallied anywhere. So we have 2 SCVs sat there doing 3 now, doing absolutely nothing. There we go. Finally realises. We have a Baneling Nest on the way that's going to help against the bio coming out of these 4 barracks. But we have tanks and Hellions at the same time. Or in fact, right now we just have nothing but Hellions, but it will go into tank production, I imagine, shortly after either the reactor or Blue Flame is done, because you can get 2 Hellions out at a time. You really don't need 3, and tanks are so handy against Banelings. We shall see. No, going to stick with the Hellion production. Fine. What do I know? Holy crap, that is a huge Baneling bust. 1 Rax goes down. The 2nd Rax will die, so he is back down to just 2 Rax to defend. He does have Hellions out now, but it's not going to be enough. The SCVs again do not build in time. So some Hellions are going to die, and now the Baneling's getting into the worker line. Oh, holy crap! So much dying. 18 workers killed. 10 workers killed in that attack alone, and more going down. Oh my word. 24, 25 workers killed. Oh, it doesn't end. Beyond are losing so many harvesters there. 26 harvesters lost now for Beyond. If we take a look at the unit counting station, we have 51 drones to just 30 SCVs. This 3rd orbital is so handy, so necessary for Beyond. Holy crap, that was a good attack. And of course, Revival is taking his 3rd, so his drone count is going to get even further ahead. Meanwhile, back in the main base, okay, at the expansion, we have a Roach Warren and a double Evo chamber. So he's going to be spamming out those upgrades. Now, Hellions are going to move out on the map and take a bit of map control, but they are quite late to move out. So, of course, we do have Banelings ready. No Baneling speed just yet, though, so these Hellions should be able to do at least some damage and gain some semblance of control. Right, now, if these players will stop goddamn attacking one another, let me just tell you about this video I'm doing. It's called Starcraft 2 Best of the Best. It will be uploaded on youtube.com/VaporNT every Friday, starting hopefully this Friday, and it will feature some just short introductory 10 to 15 minute videos of the best Starcraft 2 players, showing exactly why they are so good at what they do. The first one up is a look at TSL Pult's heavy marine pressure. constantly attacking in Terran vs. Zerg. It's going to be really fun. It's really interesting, kind of like not a deep analysis, but some kind of shallow analysis to get new players interested in the game, to show exactly what kind of stuff people are doing as pros, and also just so you get to see some exciting new strategies as they appear. So anyway, that will upload. I will shut the hell up about that now, and we will get back to this game, because we've got Hellions and Marines coming in now. We have got a ton of stuff. We have a load of roaches out. Roach speed is about to be done, but we have a ton of upgrades on the way for Byun. He's already got +1 weapons. He's getting +2, getting +1 to his vehicle plating, funnily enough, helping the Hellions out. This is a very strange build. Nothing but Marines and Hellions so far. Okay, finally we have 2 tech labs going down, so we do have tank production starting. We have siege tech and a reacted starport on the way. And now we're getting +1 vehicle weapons after +1 vehicle armor finished. We have a few Marines dying on the way back to the base. We have a ton of barracks. So he's not dropping this bio production whatsoever. Very, very interesting. Now, he wants to land it here, but unfortunately for him, there is a Zergling here. And in fact, he's getting burrow as well. So if that finishes before he gets units out, he's going to have to burn a scan. We have roaches picking off Hellions, because roaches are badass. Going to catch another one there even. Fantastic. We have infestors on the way. We have a macro hatchery going down in the base. Oh, and Stim just finishes. So now these Marines will be a bit more deadly. And Burrow is not going to finish before this Zergling dies. So there we go. Zergling dies and the command center can land. Byun notably has nearly caught up in supply now. If we take a look at the unit counting station though, it is 55 SCVs to 77 drones. So Revival's getting up to about the drone count he wants. He is expanding again to the center base, interestingly, for his 4th one. So he feels very, very confident. And given the start he had, I cannot blame him. He played incredibly well. And now we have a force of roaches and infestors moving towards the center of the map. We have +2/+2 on the way for his melee units. We have a hive coming, and now roach infestor versus everything that Byun has. He needs to be careful of those tanks. He does not have enough units here to weather those tank shots yet and break through. We have more Lings joining. These will definitely help with the speed I have. Holy crap! Revival just taking the map right now. Feeling like he's got Byun contained in this one corner. He's just going to take the map. He's just going to do whatever he likes. We have a sensor tower going up. That will tell Byun the Revival is right at the gates. And we have a Hellion drop on the way, interestingly enough. 4 Marines here is enough to chase Revival away, even though it shouldn't have been. These tanks not shifting right now. Right in the center of that sensor tower. Needs to be careful with these infestors. Nice! Using the infested Terrans to make the siege tanks blow up Marines, and now all the Zerglings stream in. Zerglings and roaches doing tons of damage, burrowing as well. That's an interesting thought. I will talk about that in a moment. But all these roaches get taken down by the entrenched Terran, so there you go. Revival, despite all those units he had, was not able to break through Byun's siege tank line. And now we have Hellions coming up here that's going to do them no use. They see the hatchery, but unfortunately there are no drones there, so they cannot kill them. And in fact, all the drones they make are rallied towards the center base. Interesting. Or at least, yeah, all the drones they make. Not that they are making any. We have only 2 drones in production right now. We have an Ultralisk cabin on the way. Bailing speed, adrenal glands. And for Byun we have infantry weapons level 3, an infantry armor level 1, and concussive shell. And another command center is going down over there. I will take a look at it in a minute, because right now we have an engagement going on. Zergling streaming in once again, but there are not enough units here. Byun forces him back. Now this is something I was talking about, or I was about to talk about. With the roaches, can you attack and then burrow them before the siege tank hits? And will it still do damage since they are burrowed? I do not know. I think it does, because it's splash damage, and splash damage still hurts burrowed units as far as I'm aware. Anyway, Byun is increasing his production back at home, adding 2 more barracks, and is once again scanning and taking down creep tubers, trying to gain some semblance of map control. Holy crap, that is a lot of speedlings though. Speedlings coming in, doing tons of damage, surrounding these units, and it does not matter about the sea tank smash so far, because only one tank was in range, and now they pull back. So again, Revival though, trading very cost inefficiently, beyond gaining in supply all the time, but Revival is getting +3/+3 through speedlings, so they are getting more and more dangerous every single time. Ah, that was the perfect time to attack! The tanks were unsieged and he pulled back. What a shame. I feel like Revival could have done a lot more damage there. That would be really interesting. Does anyone know if Fungal stops tanks from switching between sieged and unsieged? That would have been wonderful to have caught them there with a Fungal, stopped them from sieging and taking everything down. Now we did have a small force of Marines now attacking the center base. I did say it was quite hard to take the center base like this and hold it, but of course he does have this 4th base up here, and he is attacking yet again, trading terribly cost inefficiently. And right now he can't really afford to do that, because Revival has has a ton of bases right now. He's quite happy economically. He has this orbital command finishing, so he's going to be able to take another base. We do have one burrow zergling stopping him from taking that base, but at the same time, Revival needs to be very, very careful with how he's trading with these units. As it is now, 1 medevac coming up with a force of Marines and Marauders to take down this hatchery. This is what I was talking about. It's super hard for Zergs to take and keep a 4th base. Revival lost his 4th. He took a lot of damage over here at the 5th, but he has shut it down. But oh, Beyond moving upwards with more units, sieging up the tanks. And now Revival is in a spot of trouble, I think, in taking and keeping this 5th base. Revival only with a force of speedings here. 1 Ultra pops out, but that is not going to be enough. This hatchery is going to die, leaving submarines there to continue attacking it, killing the Ultra and all of the speedlings. But now at the back of the base we have infested Terrans popping ahead. Oh, 2 burrowed infestors causing all kinds of problems now. For Beyond back at home, bringing back far too much of his army to deal with that. But of course the same is occurring here as well. And now over here, oh, nothing to detect them, and these infestors doing so much damage to the worker lines of Beyond. Holy crap, we're up to 66 workers killed. Incredible moves there by Revival, really, really bringing that back after losing those 2 bases, and now adding a sneaky 4th, technically a 6th, but having lost his 4th and 5th, now adding that, sending drones down here. Needs to be careful that they don't mine. Very nice. You often see that players sending them to mine, they're mining and going all the way back by accident. So if he can take and keep that up, he will be in a good place, because Beyond lost so many workers and is not remaking them. He's down to 21 SCVs to 73 drones. He is not remaking those right now, and that is a problem. He needs to get on that. Start remaking those SCVs, because he is going to need them. You cannot rely just on meals. Ah, Revival's doing the thing I just said about. God dang it. Oh, nice. Adding a Raven to his army is ByunPrime. That will stop those pesky burrowed roaches and infestors. And now Revival running by with some links, trying to get in the base. He does manage it, seeing exactly what's there, seeing the amount of barracks, but that is not surprising to him, because he's seen the amount of bio they have out, and now he's upgrading Roach Attack to level 1. We have a ton of Overlords hiding out at the back of the base, always a fairly safe place for them. Infested Terrans finally clear this out of there. We have Marines stood here, but they do not know about that burrowed zergling yet. The Raven is finished. He's adding 2 more. Nice. I like to see Raven usage in these games. Now we have creep tumors spreading between the top base and this bottom base that should make it slightly easier to come and defend. And this is some nice moves by Revival to stick his army here, because Beyond is moving out. And he is taking down the army. Oh, but this is quite a big army. Look at all these tanks. But they siege up. Oh, okay, I thought they were sieging up. That was just the defensive tower. Nice fungal on those medevacs. These ultras, though, not too great. Trying to slice through the Marines, but it is not the best position for them to do so. And in fact, now taking a lot of damage and have to retreat. That is just an absolute ton of tanks, as you can see there. 8 tanks do so much damage. They are, of course, upgraded to +1 weapon, doing 28 damage versus armoured units. And we see Revival taking yet another base, because that is what good Zergs do. They infest the map, quite literally. Now, Beyond is sending some units around to just... Oh, the Burrowed Infestor sees them, but they do not see the Burrowed Infestor. And now we have Beyond trying to take the center base. Unfortunately for him, the creep is not quite gone yet. See you later, Marine. Scans and kills some creep teamers again. So this creep will finally recede, and Beyond will be able to take the center base. But we have a medevac drop coming down on this hidden base of Revival that is no longer hidden. Revival is at pretty much max. Right now, not making anything. And here we go. Zergling streaming in again, doing a ton of damage. The medevac gets fungled and everything there will die. Meanwhile, in this base, we have Zergling streaming in, doing some damage, trying to take down the starport. Nicely done. Manages to set it on fire before the bio gets there. So that was again some nice harassment from Revival. And now look at the supply differential. Nearly, well, in fact, max supply vessels just 134. And holy crap, these ultras want to kill this base. Absolutely no way Beyond is saving that. See you later, Command Center. Bailing hits going down really, really nicely. We have Ravens with no Seeker missiles, so there is nothing they can do at this point. They can drop a few auto turrets perhaps. Now, interestingly though, Beyond is holding this right now. Okay, did he just Seeker missile though? So he does have Seeker missile, but he just did not have the energy to use it until right then. So those were nice Seeker missiles, and Beyond has just about held this. Now the problem with that is, Revival is still ahead in the supply count. Almost double the supply of Beyond, in fact. And again, taking down even more workers. What are we down to now? Down to just 10 SCVs. Oh, 9 now. 8, 7. We are going to see the death of his last SCVs. So there we go. He is hardly mining at all. If we look at the income tabs here. Oh, he is barely getting anything. All he's got is his mules. That is awful. That starport burns down. Doesn't even repair it because he barely has the SCVs to repair it with. We have one Marine here that does see this hatchery, but it's too far away to auto-attack. We have Beyond trying to take the center again with the orbital from his main. But it's going to be hard to hold once again. Beyond just runs past with these Zerglings. And right now, Beyond is not mining. Like, I really have to say, Beyond is not mining at this moment. He's not making any more money. He's trying to make more SCVs now, finally, to replace. If we look, it is up to 86 harvesters killed for Revival. Revival playing this game so well. This hatchery is going to finish now. So he's got 1 billion bases. And yet we have Beyond barely even mining. Finally getting up the center base and dropping mills there to get some income again. But this is going to be tough for him. Revival over double the supply yet again and able to make units, while Beyond is having to choose at 31 minutes of the game between army and workers, and that is never a good situation to be in. And there we go, the last of his army dies. ByunPrime, GG's, TSLRevival goes 1 game up in the ZOTACCup. Oh, that feels good to be done with. What a great game that was, by the way, guys. 31 minutes and 19 seconds. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Game 2. And do not forget, you can check me out very, very shortly, every single Friday, on www.youtube.com/VaporNT. This has been the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.